game, cause see the boxing voice.
Let's segue, obviously, since we have you. You've shared the ring with Canelo Alvarez. He's going to be in a, I guess, big pay-per-view with Amir Khan, and they're saying this is like Sugar Ray Leonard moving up to fight Hagler. What do you think of this fight?
Well, I mean, as far as it being a middleweight defense for the title, I mean, they shouldn't have called it that. I feel like they could have just made it more of an exhibition for no title, and it would have been, for me, accepted better. But, I mean, don't sleep on Khan. He's got fast hands and fast feet, and I feel like if he 100% executes the game plan that I'm sure Virgil's putting together, he has a good chance of pulling off a huge upset. Like you said, if he fights him like Sugar Ray fought Hagler, you know, moving, hitting and moving, maybe the last 30 seconds throw a little flurry, he can do it. He has the attributes to do it. But realistically, you know, eventually Canelo might start walking through those punches and he might catch him. You know, I'm pulling for Khan. I'm pulling for Khan to make it interesting for us. And I think he has the skills too. Khan's biggest problem is he's too tough for his own chin, you know. He wants to get in there and he wants to stay in there. And if he fights scared, in a sense, you know, not trying to say he is scared, but if he fights scared, like, don't touch me. You remember when Leonard fought Hagler and Hagler said stop running, and Leonard was like, no. If he has that kind of sense, like, no, I'm not gonna mix it with you, man.
Yeah.
He has a real good chance of pulling off the upset.
It's funny because with Leonard, you know, he would throw multiple punch combinations. I know Amir Khan is fast and throws combinations, but they usually end in 3s and 4s.
Right.
Leonard was doing a lot more to get the attention of the judges. Could Khan still sway the judges with the normal punch rate that he has?
You know, he's gonna have to work harder to do just as good, you know, in a sense. And I feel the way that the media and the way that the public is already receiving this fight, you know, that in itself might sway the judges just to give Canelo the round. So yeah, he's gonna have to have more of an output to steal those rounds.
Which was gonna be my last question on the subject. I mean, he being Canelo got a draw scorecard versus Mayweather. Even if Khan wins, does he win?
That's also a good question, because, you know, he might outpoint him, which I feel like he has the ability to do, but will they give him the right amount of points? That's always the golden question, which is sad to say. It should never be a question like, if you win the fight, will you get what you deserve? But that's a major factor. You know, in Vegas, like you said, you got to draw against Mayweather, and I felt like he won maybe one round in that whole fight. And so for one judge to see a draw, it shows he has a very large influence. And it's a Golden Boy card, you know. So the influence is not stacked up in his favor.
Well, speaking of Mayweather, he said 9 figures will get him out of his house, back into a fight. Names being thrown around, obviously, Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia. A win over Charlo, could that, because I don't see you far from a Danny. Yes, Danny's undefeated, multiple division champion. He's earned his right, but his super fights are a Lucas Matisse.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get any higher than that. He hasn't, you know, unless you want to give him extra credit for former champions like a Zab Judah, Paulie Malignaggi, but you faced current champions at the time, which were Miguel Cotto and Canelo Alvarez, that were both pay-per-view established stars. Again, so getting yourself back, which you already are in the win column, but title, could that entice? Is that a 9-figure fight? I mean, because again, if they're saying Danny's a 9-figure fight, I'm just asking, and I'm not being a hater, guys.
No, I honestly don't feel like Danny's the 9-figure fight for Floyd. So for me, no. Outside looking, you know, at myself in a fight with Floyd, I don't see that as being a 9-figure fight.
But humble and honest again.
You gotta be honest.
Who's this 9-figure fight he's coming back for?
I'd say Triple G. That would be something.
Oh, so you think HBO would give him the 9 figures for that?
Maybe, but more is just looking at opponents. Like, what is the risk?
But
who's gonna give Floyd?
Triple G only made 150,000 pay-per-views. Why all of a sudden facing Floyd would he be able to?
Because it's the risk. Like, we look at Floyd fighting Danny. Do we feel like that's a big risk for Floyd?
Absolutely not.
We saw what he did to Manny Pacquiao. Do we feel like that's a big risk? The only reason why anybody's gonna give or pay that much money is to see Floyd not just not just lose.
The
but
thought
come
of
back.
him losing
Not
has
just-
to be there.
The thought of him losing, yes, exactly. It's got to be a risk for Floyd. Who do we feel can beat Floyd? And the only reason why we thought Manny was gonna be that big guy to do is because we thought he had the style to do it. He just didn't do it at all. So it's all about the risk. And Triple G being as big as he is, you know, having to come down to fight Floyd, that's the risk. You know, other than that, and not that Triple G's done anything close to what Floyd has done. Again, it's just the risk factor.
Risk.
Now, I will say I'm a risk for Floyd. I'll be a risk for him. He don't like left-handers. I feel like I would truly take the playbook out of what Oscar De La Hoya did, what Cotto did, and rough him up and make him uncomfortable, make him have to fight. Because, you know, if you don't make him fight, he's not going to fight.
But the fans will say
But the fans
Maidana's
exactly.
more of a brawler than you. Why would you more than Maidana?
I'm bigger than Maidana. I'm bigger than Mayweather. You know,
Canelo's bigger than you and Maidana, and he couldn't rough him up. Why would you do
because
it?
he didn't take the playbook out of Floyd. I don't know what he was doing when he was trying to box and jab. He should have just gotten his chest. You know, I say first round slam Floyd. It's like, this is the type of fight we're in. You know, just to let him know. But I think, you know, Triple G, that would be something I'd be interested in seeing as a fan. And I think it posed great risk for Floyd.
My opinion, he dangled the carrot out there. Maybe HBO takes it because they have more. I guess it's more in their interest to get Floyd on their side because, like you said, they have a Triple G fight. So if they offer him enough money, it could be a multiple fight deal. A rematch with Canelo. The first one was 2.4. He beats Khan. He avoids Triple G by fighting Mayweather again. Win or lose, he's still Canelo.
Yeah.
So is that the 9-figure fight?
That maybe, you know, but at the same time too, I believe Canelo's avoiding Triple G by taking the Khan fight. That was kind of proof to me. Like, you don't get ready for a middleweight by fighting a junior welterweight. And really, Khan only moved up to 147 to get the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather. And the styles are nothing alike. In my opinion, I feel Canelo should have fought a Peter Quillen or even a David Lemieux, you know, to get ready for Triple G. So I don't feel like the Triple G Canelo fight is really gonna happen.
You and a lot of people out there don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, they feel he's gonna vacate the title, and it would be the smart thing to do. If after this fight he vacates the title, allows Triple G to get it, let Triple G make a name for himself. He has one, but his pay-per-view stardom isn't there yet.
Nope.
Maybe 2017, Canelo sees it worth it. I don't know. Do you think that Mayweather gets in the ring with Triple G though? Is 9 figures enough? I mean, that guy looks like he hits very hard.
He looks like he hits damn hard, you know, and I mean, 9 figures should be enough to get anybody to get in there with anybody, you know what I mean? I mean, 9 figures, that's
Who would you fight for
serious
9
money.
figures?
I'll fight Tyson in his prime for 9 figures. You know what I'm saying?
All right, off-topic question, last one. What is in your playlist?
In my playlist, you know, I've been listening to Rihanna's Annie album. That joint goes hard.
Okay.
Don't give me no slack for that. Rihanna's.
No, he can't. Definitely not him. He's got a workout video to that one.
You know, I listen to all kinds of stuff. You know, Ed Sheeran's in my playlist. Even James Bay. Yeah, ASAP Ferg, his new album. That's on
We gotta cut this one. We got him sweating already. So last one is the movies. What's the last movie you saw?
Boss.
Oh,
Yeah, that movie
Boss.
was funny. With the girl that played Tammy, Melissa. She's funny.
Gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah. She comes back and she
Got him wiping on camera.
she comes back as a Girl Scout cookie guru type deal.
Okay.
And before that, I saw the Batman vs Superman.
Oh, did you like it? A lot of
I liked
mixed.
it.
Me too.
I liked it.
But you've probably been a fan of superheroes for a long time, right?
I'm a huge comic fan,
Me
and they
too.
stuck to the script. I hate when they go off the comic stories. It was good. It was good. I'm looking forward to Justice League.
Me too. I want to see them all. I love all
All of them. Yeah. The only one the only complaint I had about Batman vs Superman was Lois Lane. She got on my nerves. Like, yo,
I like her. She
Sit
was
down.
better than Superman Returns Lois Lane.
Yeah, it was this. Yeah. True. Yeah.
And I definitely like this Superman better than the Brandon Routh Superman from
Me
Superman Returns.
too,
But I do
man.
like that storyline. I always wanted to see what happened to the kid because he had the powers.
Yeah, and
I
he said,
want-
who's your father?
I know. He pushed that piano. I said, oh my God, I can't wait to see maybe both of them fighting crime together. And it never happened.
Make him Superboy.
I know. That movie flopped in their opinion. But Austin, thank you for the time. We
Ness, I
appreciate it.
appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you. Believe me. And we wish you the best on that fight. We're obviously going to have Sean Zattel in Vegas, so we'll be covering that one. Thank you, man.
Awesome, man.
All right.